gentlemen, I'm not speaking specifically about the two of you, so don't take it personally. I've covered hundreds of political operatives in my career, and some of them are pure mercenaries. They might have a D or an R, but they're really just in it for the money or the power or the interest. And the best ones care a lot about the country, and they believe their party's right, and they're involved for that reason. And um, you think of the Hall of Fame of political strategists in my career. So go back to Bush one, Lee Atwater, James Carville, Karl Rove, Michael Hooley. There's others, but Jen O'Malley Dillon I put in that category. Just legendary figures. Okay, and the best ones were multidisciplinary, right? They could do more than one thing. Karl Rove started out writing direct mail, but he can write a speech, he can read a poll, he design a poll, he can do fundraising, right? Charlie, I say, because again, I want to be honoring him here. Um, in some ways, greatest of all time is simply because he was in a digital age, and did so many things as you heard in my interview with him. But I really do think his greatness was because he was brilliant and he understood the mechanics of all this. But to go back to the first point I made, he was in this for love of country and a belief that the conservative movement had to be ascended to change the country in the way he thought it needed to be changed. And second to no one in both understanding the mechanics, the tactics, the machinery, the technology of politics. Second to no one I knew, but also second to no one in being in it for the right reasons. Okay, that guy was so beloved, and you'll hear for those of you who don't know his relationship with the president, the vice president, Don Jr. So beloved because he was such a nice guy and so sophisticated about playing politics, right? Within Trump world, there are factions, right? And they're remarkably cohesive under the circumstances, but there are factions, and everyone liked Charlie. Everyone liked Charlie. I don't know anyone who didn't like him, and it happened somewhat organically because he was such a lovely person. But he worked at it because he understood the importance of it, not just in order to maintain his place in the hierarchy, but because he had such a great heart. He cared so much about what other people thought. And again, I didn't know him that well, but he was so gracious to me, coming on two way, coming on Next Up, having me on his program, texting with me. Uh, uh, I know plenty of nice, gracious people. I don't want to say he's a singular saint, but to be his age, early 30s, married, kids, family. You heard running $100 million organization, doing public facing stuff, dealing nonstop with the president and the vice president and other people. He was a singular person and so impressive. And I will say again, his memory should be celebrated by having the country come together. I can't tell you what my inbox and my Twitter feed look like. And let's find out, who did this. Our sponsor again tonight, our good friends at Cozy Earth, and what's great about them is great stuff. You've heard me talk about before. The bedding's great, the shirts are great, but you also hear me talk quite a bit about the pants. And we got a letter this morning I read on the morning meeting from a guy, a famous viewer of the morning meeting, who said he can't get enough of the pants and he doesn't like buying clothes, hates clothes. He said, I don't know if he's a nudist, but he said he hates clothes. But he says his wife says he looks great in the pants. Here's the thing about these pants and why I recommend you buy them. You got your drawer with all your pants, maybe a shelf, maybe a drawer, wherever you keep your pants. These pants, you go over like Jerry Seinfeld, his favorite T-shirt. All I do, I got about 6 pairs of pants that fit me. I just take these every time. These are the kind of pants you take them every time. So if you need a good pair of pants, you need your like go-to pants. A man, woman, a child, go to cozyearth.com, buy them 40% off. Use the code two-way for 40% off at cozyearth.com. Built for real life, made to keep up with yours. Cozy Earth, telling you buy the pants. That was a delicious video experience. I think you'll agree. Now, what you need to do in return for getting to enjoy that is hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss a thing.